Catherine the Great, born Sophie Friederike Auguste von Anhalt-Zerbst in 1729, became Empress of Russia after a coup d'état that deposed her husband, Peter III, in 1762. Her reign is renowned for expanding Russian territory, modernizing the administration, and promoting Western cultural influences. Catherine's rise to power was marked by political savvy and ambition. After marrying the future Peter III, she quickly learned Russian, converted to Orthodoxy, and cultivated important political alliances, positioning herself as a strong contender for power when Peter's unpopularity grew. Once in power, Catherine sought to reform Russia's government and society. Inspired by Enlightenment ideas, she attempted to modernize the Russian legal system, improve education, and promote economic development, though her reforms were often limited by the realities of Russian autocracy. One of Catherine's most significant achievements was the expansion of Russian territory. Under her rule, Russia gained control of vast regions, including parts of Poland, the Crimea, and territories along the Black Sea, solidifying its status as a major European power and expanding its influence. Catherine was a patron of the arts and education, founding the Smolny Institute, the first state-funded higher education institution for women in Russia. She corresponded with prominent Enlightenment thinkers, such as Voltaire and Diderot, and sought to bring European cultural advancements to Russia. Despite her embrace of Enlightenment ideas, Catherine's reign was not without contradictions. While she promoted reforms, she also reinforced the institution of serfdom, a practice that kept the majority of Russian peasants in a state of bondage, revealing the limits of her progressive policies. Catherine's reign was marked by a series of military conflicts, including the Russo-Turkish Wars, which expanded Russian influence in the Black Sea region. These victories not only enhanced Russia's strategic position, but also bolstered Catherine's reputation as a formidable ruler. Catherine's personal life was as dynamic as her political career. She had numerous lovers, known as favorites, who often wielded considerable influence at court. Her relationships were both romantic and political, as she relied on her favorites to support her rule and implement her policies. The Pugachev Rebellion of 1773 to 1775 was one of the greatest challenges to Catherine's rule. Led by Emelian Pugachev, the uprising claimed to represent the interests of the oppressed serfs. Though it was ultimately crushed, the rebellion highlighted the deep social divisions in Russian society. Catherine's efforts to modernize Russia extended to urban development. She commissioned the construction of new towns, improved infrastructure, and promoted architectural projects that reflected European styles, transforming cities like St. Petersburg into symbols of Russia's imperial grandeur. Catherine's foreign policy was marked by pragmatism and ambition. She pursued alliances with European powers, engaged in territorial expansion, and sought to position Russia as a dominant force in Eastern Europe, all while carefully navigating the complex dynamics of international diplomacy. The partition of Poland, in which Catherine played a key role, led to the division of Polish territories among Russia, Prussia, and Austria. These partitions, occurring in 1772, 1793, and 1795, effectively erased Poland as a sovereign state and expanded Russia's western borders significantly. Catherine's interest in the arts was reflected in her creation of the Hermitage Museum, one of the world's most renowned art collections. She acquired thousands of paintings, sculptures, and cultural artifacts, establishing a legacy that continues to influence Russia's cultural landscape today. Catherine's reign saw the flourishing of Russian literature and philosophy, with figures like Denis Fonvizin and Nikolai Novikov emerging as prominent intellectuals. Catherine encouraged literary and philosophical discussions, fostering a vibrant cultural environment that enriched Russian society. Catherine's legacy as one of Russia's greatest rulers is complex and multifaceted. She is celebrated for her efforts to modernize and expand Russia, but her reign also reinforced autocracy and social inequality, making her a figure of both admiration and criticism in Russian history. Catherine the Great's impact on Russia was profound and enduring. Her ambitious reforms, territorial expansions, and cultural patronage transformed the Russian Empire into a major European power, leaving a lasting legacy that continues to shape the nation's identity and historical narrative.